The moon hid behind thick clouds, and the night stretched wide over the village of Umuocha. The villagers whispered among themselves, for they knew what the elders always warned: never step into the dark forest when the moon hides her face. They believed that was when the spirits of the land walked freely, guarding their ancient boundaries. But in those days, famine struck the village. The yam barns were empty, and the streams ran thin. Children cried for food, and mothers cooked watery soup to calm hungry stomachs. In the middle of this hardship lived a young hunter named Okeke, strong in arm and bold in spirit. He was known for his laughter in the face of danger and for walking where others dared not. One evening, as the wind whistled and hunger gnawed at the village, Okeke stood before the elders. "Father," he said to his old man, "I cannot sit here and watch our people starve. I will go into the forest tonight and bring back meat." The elders shook their heads. The oldest among them, his voice heavy with warning, said, "The forest at night does not belong to men. The spirits guard it. Do not tempt fate, Okeke." But Okeke only smiled. "I do not fear shadows." With his bow slung across his shoulder and arrows in his quiver, he stepped into the forest, his grandmother's leather charm tied around his wrist. The night swallowed him whole. Owls hooted in the distance, and the trees whispered as though gossiping about the stranger who dared enter their world. The deeper he walked, the stranger the sounds became: soft footsteps without feet, laughter without mouths, whispers without faces. Then, suddenly, eyes glowed in the darkness, yellow, red, and white, circling him like hungry stars. From the shadows emerged forms, neither fully human nor fully animal. Tall, thin figures with stretched limbs, faces that shifted, and voices that seemed to echo from nowhere. One stepped forward, its voice like dry leaves in the wind. "Hunter, this land is not yours. Leave now, or your soul will never return." Okeke tightened his grip on his bow. "The land belongs to man. I come only for food for my people." At once, the shadows screamed and shifted. One became a roaring lion, another a snake with eyes like fire, and others flapped like giant owls above his head. Okeke shot arrow after arrow, but they passed through the spirits like smoke. His strength faltered. Fear whispered into his bones. Then his eyes fell on the charm his grandmother had tied around his wrist. Her words came back to him: "When fear surrounds you, chant the song of the ancestors, and their light will guide you." Okeke closed his eyes and chanted, "Spirits of my blood, stand with me. Guide my steps, set me free." The forest trembled. The lion's roar softened, the snake hissed weakly, the owls flapped away into the darkness. But just as he thought he had won, a new figure emerged, a woman of breathtaking beauty. Her eyes sparkled like stars, and her voice melted like honey. "Brave hunter," she whispered, "why suffer in hunger? Come with me, and I will make you the richest man in the land. You will never know hunger again." Okeke's heart wavered. The promise was sweet, and hunger was bitter. But then he remembered his people, the starving children, and the tears of mothers. He spat on the ground. "I came for food, not lies." At that, the woman's beauty melted into a shriek, and she vanished in smoke. Now the ground split, and from it rose a towering spirit, taller than any tree, with eyes burning like fire and a voice that thundered. "Man, you dare challenge us? Tonight, your blood will water the roots of this forest." Okeke's bow was useless, but his spirit was strong. He dropped his weapon, raised his charm high, and struck the ground 3 times. Boom! Thunder roared across the sky. Boom! Lightning tore the darkness. Boom! The spirits screamed, their voices echoing like drums of war. One by one, they melted back into the shadows of the trees, their cries fading into silence. The great spirit roared once more, then dissolved into smoke, leaving only the smell of burnt earth. The forest grew still again. Okeke stood, panting, sweat dripping down his face. Before him, lying near the spirit tree, was a giant antelope, as though the ancestors themselves had laid it there for him. He lifted the beast onto his shoulders and made his way back to the village. At dawn, the people gathered, mouths wide and eyes filled with awe as Okeke dropped the antelope before them. "The night spirits tried to stop me," he said, But courage and the wisdom of our ancestors prevailed. The villagers rejoiced, singing his name, Okeke, the man who defeated the night spirits. From that day, he was remembered not only as a hunter, but as the one who proved that courage is strong, but wisdom and respect for tradition are stronger. Moral of the story: true strength is not only in bravery but in wisdom and respect for the ways of the ancestors.